On quiet nights beside your life partner, have you ever asked yourself, why do I still love my wife as much as I always have? Yet intimacy doesn't come as easily as it used to. Maybe you've never said it out loud, and perhaps no one has ever asked. But deep down, you sense that something has changed. As men enter their 60s and beyond, many begin to notice subtle yet troubling signs. Difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection, a lack of desire, or simply feeling like they're not the man they used to be. These changes don't just affect your sex life. They creep into your mind, chip away at your confidence, create invisible distance with your partner, and sometimes even lead you to question yourself. You're not alone in this. Millions of men in the same age group are facing similar challenges. But here's the most important truth. This is not the end of the road. There's no need to rely on harsh medications with unwanted side effects. No need for shame, secrecy, or silent suffering. You can improve your condition using natural, safe, and science-backed methods by understanding the root causes of natural testosterone decline, poor blood circulation, chronic stress, or a diet that no longer serves your body. In today's video, we'll explore the key factors affecting male sexual health in middle age and later life. You'll also learn gentle yet effective ways to enhance your vitality. With no hiding, no fear, just patience and self-awareness. A man's strength doesn't lie in never being vulnerable. It lies in his courage to face challenges and take action to protect what matters most: love, connection, and confidence from within. Part 1. Why intimacy becomes more difficult in later life. When a man reaches his 60s, life seems to slow down in its unique way. He reflects more deeply, cherishes the relationships that have stood the test of time, and often feels more emotionally connected to his life partner. Yet, during this stage, many begin to experience a quiet but undeniable change. Physical intimacy with their wife is no longer as effortless as it once was. Though love and emotional closeness remain intact, private moments can become awkward, distant, and silently pressured. So, what is happening inside the body and mind of a man at this age? In reality, male sexual health doesn't depend on a single factor. It is the result of a complex interplay between physical and psychological elements. As age advances, the body naturally enters a gradual aging process. These changes may occur silently, without immediate notice, but their impact can be profound, enough to shake a man's sense of masculinity. One of the main reasons is reduced blood circulation. For a strong and sustained erection, the penis needs a steady and sufficient supply of blood. However, over time, blood vessels begin to lose their elasticity, becoming hardened or narrowed, which makes the blood flow less efficient. As a result, achieving or maintaining an erection becomes more difficult, leading to disappointment and a loss of confidence. Another key factor is the decline in testosterone, the primary male hormone. After the age of 40, testosterone levels begin to decrease gradually each year, and by the time a man reaches 60, the drop becomes significant. He may feel physically sluggish, less interested in sex, or even when desire is present, the physiological response is slower and lacks the vigor of youth. Additionally, the weakening of the pelvic floor muscles, which play a vital role in erection and ejaculation control, contributes notably. These muscles are often overlooked in regular exercise routines, but without proper care or stimulation, they can weaken over time, reducing a man's ability to control sexual function. The result may be premature endings during intimacy, which can lead to disappointment not only for the man himself, but sometimes for his partner as well. Finally, psychological factors cannot be ignored. After a few unsatisfactory experiences, men may fall into a state of anxiety and self-doubt. Negative thoughts begin to grow silently, creating mental pressure each time intimacy is attempted. Prolonged stress increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone, which constricts blood vessels, impeding circulation and causing efforts to backfire. A vicious cycle is formed, and if not recognized and addressed early, it can gradually strangle confidence and emotional intimacy within the relationship. However, these changes are not the end of the story. They are a natural part of aging. But that doesn't mean a man has to accept impotence as his destiny. With self-awareness and the right solutions, from lifestyle adjustments and proper exercise, to cardiovascular care and nurturing a positive mindset, men can sustainably improve their sexual health, regain confidence, and maintain an intimate connection with their partner in the precious later chapters of life. Part 2. When intimacy becomes difficult, the silent impact of erectile dysfunction. For many men over the age of 60, there comes a difficult realization. Being intimate with their wives is no longer as easy as it once was. At first, it may be just a few fleeting misfires, moments when the body doesn't respond as expected, when an erection isn't firm enough, or doesn't last long enough. Though silently overlooked, these instances often leave a lingering impression on the mind. Over time, however, these mishaps are no longer rare. They begin to occur more frequently, turning worry into self-consciousness and self-doubt. Each unsuccessful attempt feels like a tiny crack in a man's self-esteem. Slowly, without even realizing it, initiative gives way to hesitation. He no longer seeks intimacy and no longer offers playful glances or affectionate gestures like before. Instead, he starts to withdraw, not only from physical intimacy, but even from the familiar gaze of the woman who has stood by his side for so many years. From the woman's perspective, these changes are felt deeply, albeit silently. She may not voice her concerns, but her heart senses the growing distance. Confusion and uncertainty show in her hesitant glances, in the gentle touches that go unanswered. Many wives begin to ask themselves, "Did I do something wrong?" Or, "Does he still love me?" without realizing that their partner is silently struggling with a fear called erectile dysfunction. The longer this silence lasts, the more fragile the relationship becomes. No conversations, no sharing, no mutual understanding erodes the intimacy that once held the couple together. And so, while love may still exist, the physical and emotional connection slowly begins to fade. Many men accept this situation as an inevitable part of aging. They see it as something unavoidable, the price of growing old. But the truth is not so absolute. Erectile dysfunction isn't simply a natural consequence of age. It is a subtle yet clear signal that the body is asking for different care, for a healthier lifestyle, a renewed perspective on sexual and emotional well-being, and a sincere connection between two people. By understanding the true nature of the problem, overcoming shame, and actively seeking solutions, men can absolutely improve this condition. Erectile dysfunction is not the end of one's intimate life. Rather, it can be the beginning of a new chapter, one where understanding, love, and mutual care take center stage. Part 3. When erectile dysfunction is a warning from the body. For many men, erectile dysfunction is often seen as a private matter, a sensitive issue related solely to their sex life, something to ignore or silently endure. However, modern science has shown that erectile dysfunction is not merely a symptom of age-related decline in sexual function, but can also be an early warning sign of more serious health conditions, especially in men over the age of 60. The penis is one of the most sensitive organs in the body when it comes to blood circulation. The blood vessels in this area are extremely small and delicate, meaning that any decrease in blood flow is quickly reflected in difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection. Because of this, the penis can act as an early sensor for the body's vascular system. If blood flow to the penis is restricted, it's highly likely that larger blood vessels, such as the coronary arteries that supply the heart, may also be experiencing problems that you are not yet aware of. In reality, studies have shown that erectile dysfunction can occur 2 to 5 years before the first heart attack. In other words, it presents a valuable opportunity to listen to your body and detect early signs of cardiovascular disease, one of the leading causes of death among older men. With timely intervention, serious events like heart attacks or strokes can potentially be prevented. Beyond heart health, erectile dysfunction is also closely linked to type 2 diabetes. Persistently, high blood sugar levels silently damage small blood vessels and peripheral nerves. As a result, sexual sensation can be diminished, and the signals between the brain and the penis may be disrupted. Many men only discover they have diabetes after seeking medical help for sexual health issues, a clear indication that the connection between these conditions runs deeper than one might assume. Additionally, high blood pressure and elevated cholesterol are two other silent culprits. They cause the arteries to harden and narrow, reducing blood flow throughout the body, including the genitals. What makes these conditions particularly dangerous is their silent progression. They often show no clear symptoms or pain until it's too late. That's why erectile dysfunction can be seen as the first warning bell your body rings, a gentle but urgent reminder to pay attention to your overall health rather than just focusing on the surface symptoms. Understanding this is the first step toward taking the right action. Regular health checkups, including monitoring cardiovascular markers, blood sugar levels, blood pressure, and cholesterol, can help identify potential risks early and allow timely intervention. Erectile dysfunction is not something to be ashamed of. It is a meaningful signal from within. And if you learn to listen, you can take control, protect your health, and sustain a higher quality of life in the coming years. Part 4. Natural solutions to improve male sexual health in later life. The good news is that sexual dysfunction in later life is not the end of the road. On the contrary, it can mark the beginning of a more proactive and holistic approach to caring for your body. You can improve your sexual health naturally, safely, and sustainably, without the need for harsh medications or invasive treatments. One of the first key areas to focus on is blood circulation. Your body, especially your vascular system, must be awakened daily to maintain flexibility and elasticity. Dedicating 20 to 30 minutes daily to light physical activities like brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or gentle Tai Chi improves blood flow. It helps regulate important health markers like blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar. This forms the foundation for ensuring adequate blood supply to the penis, a crucial factor in achieving and maintaining an erection. In addition to exercise, a balanced diet plays an essential role. Foods rich in natural nitrates, such as beetroot, watermelon, and dark leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and kale, help stimulate the production of nitric oxide in the body. This compound relaxes and widens blood vessels, enhancing blood flow to various organs, including the genitals. Regularly incorporating these foods into your meals not only supports sexual performance, but also boosts cardiovascular health and overall immunity. Naturally, increasing testosterone is another important key. This can be supported through surprisingly simple habits: getting enough quality sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours per night, engaging in controlled strength training such as light weightlifting or full-body workouts, and consuming foods rich in zinc, like oysters, pumpkin seeds, and animal liver, vitamin D from early morning sun or fatty fish, and omega-3 fatty acids found in salmon, flax seeds, and walnuts. As testosterone levels improve, so will libido, mood, memory, and muscle strength. One often overlooked yet highly effective method is strengthening the pelvic floor muscles, known as Kegel exercises. These muscles are responsible for controlling erection and ejaculation. When trained properly and consistently, just a few minutes daily, they become firmer and significantly improve sexual control. Many men report a noticeable improvement after just a few weeks of regular practice. Alongside physical health, mental well-being also deserves serious attention. Chronic stress is one of the hidden enemies of healthy sexual function, reducing hormone levels and interfering with erections. Learning how to calm the mind is essential. Whether through light meditation, deep breathing, soft music, reading, or simply turning off phones and electronic devices at least 30 minutes before bed to allow the brain to truly unwind. And finally, perhaps most importantly, open communication with your partner is vital. In marriage, intimacy is not only about physical needs, but also about emotional connection. Challenges become far less burdensome when both partners listen, understand, and walk the journey together. Compassion and support from your spouse can be the most powerful emotional medicine, helping a man feel less alone in reclaiming his confidence and deepening the love that binds the relationship, even as the years go by. Part 5. Preserving Intimacy: The Power of Communication and Companionship in Later Life Marriage. Many people believe that romantic love naturally fades in the later years of life, giving way to simple companionship and routine sharing. But, in reality, the truth is quite the opposite. When nurtured properly, the bond between husband and wife in old age can become deeper, more peaceful, and more emotionally fulfilling than at any previous stage. It's no longer about youthful impulsiveness or fiery passion. It's about understanding, tenderness, and walking together through even the most delicate moments. Erectile dysfunction at its core is not just a physical issue. It reaches deep into a man's psyche, affecting his self-esteem, sense of self-worth, and the emotional connection within the marriage. For many, after a few failed intimate encounters, feelings of disappointment and shame lead to silence. They pull back from the gestures of affection that once came naturally, slowly retreating from the emotional life that had bonded the couple over the years. Meanwhile, the wife, the companion who has walked with him through life's long journey, senses that something is changing. But, without open communication, she may mistakenly believe her husband has fallen out of love, grown distant, or no longer cares. The lack of dialogue gives rise to misunderstanding, which only grows over time, creating a widening emotional gap between the two. Sometimes, a simple and sincere sentence like, "I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm afraid of letting you down," can be the key that unlocks the emotional door between two people who feared they were drifting apart. Even a hesitant attempt to open up is far more powerful than silence. It helps the wife understand what her husband is going through and rekindles empathy, love, and the desire to find a new way forward. Most women do not blame their partners for sexual difficulties. They do not expect perfection or a man who is always strong and in control. They need someone honest about his struggles, willing to open up, and, most importantly, ready to reach out and face those challenges as a team, whether physical or emotional. In the end, true closeness doesn't just come from the physical. It flows from sincerity, from every word, glance, and small gesture shared daily. Communication is not just about speaking. It's about holding on to each other through every season of life. Erectile dysfunction is not the end of intimacy, nor a sad conclusion to aging. Rather, it is a gentle but meaningful signal from the body, a reminder that it's time to listen more closely, care for oneself more thoughtfully, and view health as a whole, interconnected system. Nothing is impossible. Through simple, consistent changes, like a healthier diet, regular physical activity, quality sleep, stress management, and emotional connection, you can begin to improve every aspect of your health, from blood circulation and testosterone levels to muscle strength and mental well-being. And the beautiful part? This recovery doesn't require flashy methods or complicated solutions. It's a gentle, soulful journey where you learn to treat yourself with kindness and open your heart more fully to your partner. As the body grows stronger, the mind is lifted. As feelings are shared, the bond is renewed. You don't just regain control over your intimate life. You rediscover confidence, connection, and joy. Innis mature, meaningful, and deeply Hu Weiman.